Lisa Mabli, and this is What Would Lisa Say? And we're going to talk about why do we insist on having small stories? And I'll tell you why. The reason we like small stories is that a lot of these concepts that we talk about in Agile come from the world of Lean. Lean was born in the world of manufacturing, where things are very uniform, very well defined, and typically done in small pieces and small steps. In the world of software engineering, especially, this is not a manufacturing type situation. We are doing something very creative, and this is thought work. This is not manufacturing. And so we need to try to approximate these very small, very uniform kinds of items to flow through our system, if you will. And the best way to do that is to write very small stories. These are, if you're used to using a story pointing system, these would be ones and twos. And the reason for that is that the smaller things flow through the system in a much more laminar or not turbulent way. And this is because small means they're not batches. And if you know about Lean, you know that batches are what we call bad. We don't want batches. So a small story, in other words, a story that does not have tons of bullet points about all the requirements and expectations, is going to represent something that is not a batch, because batches slow you down. So that is why we love small stories. It eliminates big batches, which are great for flow. They represent work that tends to be more uniform in effort and size. And they're also easier to estimate. As human beings, we're terrible at estimating big stuff, and we're actually pretty good at estimating small stuff. So when you have a set of a bunch of small stories, you're going to get a much better idea of how many story points that work is going to take than you would if you tried to shove it all into a single story and then put an enormous estimate on that guy. And so that is why we like small stories.